When we acknowledge that something needs to change around our relationship with alcohol, it can be common to feel like we're losing something in our life. Things are going to be worse than they are right now. But the reality is that when we quit drinking, we gain so much. And in this video, we're going to look at 5 surprising benefits of living an alcohol-free life. When I quit drinking almost 4 years ago, I absolutely thought that things were going to change for the worst. I was going to feel deprived. I would be missing out. But the reality has been over that period of time that I've just gained so much. My life has transformed in so many amazing and unexpected ways. And the same has happened for many of the people that I work with, both through my one-to-one coaching and through my program that thousands of people around the world have benefited from. And if you want to check that out, the website address is on the screen. You can join now, you can try it free for 14 days. I'm pretty sure it will help you revolutionize your relationship with alcohol. But let's look at those 5 surprising benefits that come with living that alcohol-free lifestyle. The first one is that you rediscover your personality. When we're drinking, much of our mental bandwidth is occupied with thoughts about alcohol. For me, it was, when could I start drinking? When can I go to the store to buy booze? How much should I have tonight? Will I be able to stop? It was draining and it was all consuming. It didn't give me time or space in my mind to really look after myself and understand who I really was. It was only when I quit alcohol that I actually started to reconnect with myself. I started to understand what I liked, what brought me joy, what I didn't like, and where I needed to set some boundaries. I really began to understand myself fully. I understood the traits that I had, the things that lit me up in my life, and it was this that really motivated me to keep moving forward. It felt like I was peeling back layers of an onion and understanding myself better and better as the days and the weeks went by. The more I understood myself, the more I could shape my life around what I really liked and what I really loved. And that has been a huge and incredible part of this journey for me. Many people don't realise that that is an important part of the journey of becoming alcohol free, that we really do reconnect with ourselves. And for many of us, it's in a way that we haven't done since we were children. And the more we understand ourselves, the better we can live and enjoy our lives in exactly the way that we want to. The second big benefit of living an alcohol-free life is that there's way less emotional trauma, particularly from things like anxiety, stress, and regret from behaviour after we've been drinking. All of that fades away. When I was drinking, my anxiety was 8 or 9 out of 10. Even what might seem like the least stressful of situations would cause me levels of anxiety. Talking in small groups caused me a problem, yet now I'm able to talk on stage in front of huge numbers of people. It's incredible how it's changed. My anxiety faded down to 2 or 3 out of 10 after I quit drinking. Sure, things still happen in my life that cause me heightened anxiety, but I'm much more grounded. I'm far calmer and I'm able to look at things from a far more rational perspective. Emotional trauma just doesn't affect me in the way that it once did. And I realised that by drinking every day, I was creating emotional trauma. I was causing myself so much more anxiety, stress, and negative feelings. And then I was having to deal with those and try and cope with them. And guess what? The only way of doing that in my mind was to drink more. But that wasn't a solution. It was what was keeping me stuck. When I cut alcohol out of my life, I minimized the amount of emotional trauma that was coming in. And believe me, that helped me feel at peace and truly calm and truly grounded. The third surprising benefit of living an alcohol-free life is the extent to which our relationships improve. Now, when our relationships are kind of glued together by alcohol and they revolve around booze, it's very difficult for those relationships to improve anything beyond where they are at the moment. But when we take alcohol out of the equation, several things happen. The first is that we find ourselves connecting with other people who are on the same journey, and we tend to make new friends with activities that don't revolve around alcohol. The connections are much deeper, the friendships are more true, and this allows us to grow and build our self-confidence. And we also start reflecting on the relationships that have been glued together by alcohol. And in many cases, we find that they're just not serving us any longer. Now, that's not to say you're going to lose a ton of friends if you quit drinking, but you might just reevaluate and decide that you're ready to move on from some of those relationships. The reality is that just about every relationship in our life will improve. We become more connected with our partners, our children, our family, and our work colleagues. We become more present, and it makes all the difference, believe me. I've been there, I've experienced it personally, and I've seen many other people experience the exact same change in their own lives. And it makes an enormous difference to our sense of self, our sense of happiness, and our all-round sense of worth and our connectedness with the people around us. Give it a try. Cut alcohol out of your life for 50 days or 100 days, and you will see this incredible difference to the relationships with the most important people in your life. The fourth surprising benefit of living an alcohol-free life is that we begin to live life to its fullest, and we remember the precious memories and the precious moments that happen on that incredible journey. When we're drinking daily, it's very difficult to live life to the fullest because we don't take time to look at what lights us up, to look at what our values are and whether we're living life in line with those values. We just go from day to day thinking about drinking and stuck in a cycle, in a trap of alcohol, and that can be really painful. When we take alcohol out of the equation, it creates the freedom, the mental space and the capacity to really start living life to the fullest, to start understanding what we want in our life, and to start setting goals and working towards them, and to feel really empowered and motivated as we go in that right direction and know that we're living life in line with the way we want to live it. And when we do that, it puts a smile on our face. We feel fulfilled and we feel happy as we go forward on that journey. And don't get me wrong, there can be some bumps in the road and there can be challenges at times, but we become equipped to overcome them, and we surround ourselves with the people who help us and support us through those tougher times. The fifth surprising benefit of living an alcohol-free life is that you start to look and feel better about yourself. And once again, this comes back to our sense of self-worth or self-esteem. The better we look, the better we feel, the happier we are on the inside and the outside. And that becomes contagious. The people around us notice it. They see that we're smiling. They see that we're happy, that we're calm, and that we're feeling grounded. And it makes an incredible difference. Now, when you stop drinking, quite quickly your skin changes, the darkness under your eyes starts to fade away. Many people will describe you as looking like you're glowing or looking healthy, and that really does give you a big boost. And when you are looking good on the outside, you start feeling better on the inside. And as your mind and your body recalibrate and reset, you start to feel whole new levels of peace and calm, and that makes a massive difference. You'll find yourself smiling from the inside out. Right next to me is a video that talks about what alcohol does to our minds and our bodies. If you click on it, you can watch it right away. And make sure you also subscribe to the channel. I'd love you to be part of this amazing community. And don't forget, you can check out my Stop Drinking program if you need more help quitting alcohol. And I'll see you again on the next video very soon.